Good afternoon, everybody. You're all welcome. Thank you for participating in this month's webinar. My name is Ojichukwemeka, and I'll be the moderator for today. We'll be discussing on the topic, challenges and the solution in managing IoT infrastructure. And our presenter, Mrs. Philomena Ihikwe, will be taking us on this discussion. If you have any questions at the end of our discussion, you can drop the question in the chat box, or you can signify by raising up your hands, and you'll be unmuted. So without any further delays, I'll be handing over to our speaker, Mrs. Philomena. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Emeka, for that introduction. Please, can you hear me? Confirm if you can hear me, Mr. Emeka.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining us in Zoracom May webinar. You're welcome, and I'm glad to be your presenter for today. So I'm going to be sharing my screen shortly. So please, Emeka, confirm if you can see my screen.
Okay,
so is my screen up?
Screen is up, ma'am. Yes, you're good to go.
Okay. So today we're going to be discussing on the topic, challenges and the solution in managing IoT infrastructure. And so let's quickly dive in. So these are the outlines that we're going to be discussing today. We're going to know what IoT infrastructure is, the importance of effective IoT infrastructural management. And we're also going to be discussing challenges in managing IoT infrastructure, and of course, the solution and the benefits in managing IoT infrastructure. So quickly, let's get to the introductory part. So IoT, which is also called the Internet of Things, is simply a network of physical devices, vehicles, appliances, and other objects that are embedded with sensors, with software, and network connectivity. And these smart objects can collect and share data, enabling them to communicate with each other and with other internet-enabled devices. The potential applications of IoT are very much vast, and they are varied, and its impact is already being felt across a very wide range of industries, including the manufacturing industries, transportation industries, healthcare, and even agriculture industries. And so, in an enterprise context as this, IoT devices are used to monitor a wide range of parameters such as temperature, humidity, air quality, energy consumption, and machine performance. And this data can be analyzed in real time to identify patterns, trends, and anomalies that can help businesses optimize their operations and improve their bottom line. So let's get to know what IoT infrastructure means. Now, IoT infrastructure refers to the underlying framework or system of interconnected devices, networks, softwares, and technologies that enables the functioning of IoT ecosystem. And this infrastructure encompasses various components. It encompasses all the components that are necessary for IoT devices to collect, to transmit, to process, and to act upon data. So what are the key components that makes up IoT infrastructure? So let's start with the physical devices and controllers. Physical devices and controllers, they play a crucial role in enabling the connectivity and functionality of the system. And these devices comply with IoT norms, that's IoT regulations. Devices such as sensors. Sensors are devices that measure physical quantities like temperature, humidity, pressure, light, motion, etc. So devices such as sensors, processors, network modules, and mechanisms, all these are physical devices And all this formed the foundation of an IoT infrastructure, enabling the seamless integration of the digital and physical worlds to create smart and interconnected system. Let's look at network. IoT generates immense data, and the number of connected devices is expected to reach billions. And so network must handle this massive volume of data at a very high speed. So the network is essential for facilitating communication between devices, transferring data to the cloud, or even to other things. And it also enables remote monitoring and control. Let's look at data storage. The vast amount of data collected from billions of devices, they need storage. Solutions include cloud storage, edge storage, and distributed databases. Now, this data storage is responsible for efficiently storing, managing, and analyzing the vast amount of data generated by IoT devices. Let's look at security and privacy as one of the components that makes up IoT infrastructure. You know, due to the security challenges in IoT, which include device vulnerability, protecting data and ensuring privacy are critical considerations in IoT infrastructure in order to protect data devices and the overall ecosystem from various threats and vulnerability. And so, the robust security measures, encryptions, and access controls are essential. By the end of this lesson, you get to know the solution for ensuring security and privacy. So let's get to know the importance of effective IoT infrastructural management. Now, the importance of effective IoT infrastructural management cannot be overstated in today's interconnected world. IoT can accelerate processes by giving companies real-time data and visibility. But by having a lot of devices can give you a maintenance and security issues or headache. So here are several reasons why effective infrastructural management is crucial. Let's look at cost control. Through effective IoT management, organizations can achieve significant cost savings by implementing predictive maintenance practices based on real-time device data. Organizations can identify potential issues before they escalate into costly failures. Now, predictive maintenance involves using data from IoT devices such as sensors. I mentioned what sensors is previously, that sensors collect data from the environment. And even actuators perform actions based on commands received. So predictive maintenance involves using data from IoT devices such as sensors and actuators to monitor the condition and performance of equipment in real time. So by analyzing this data, organizations can predict when equipment is likely to fail or require maintenance, and thereby allowing them to take proactive action to prevent costly downtime or failures. So let's look at optimized operations. Optimized operation is also a key benefit of effective IoT infrastructure management because it ensures that connected devices operate at their peak performance levels, maximizing efficiency and reliability. And this is achieved by continuously monitoring device metrics like temperature, humidity, and motion. So with that, we can identify potential issues and take proactive measures to maintain device performance. Let's look at data security and performance. Data security and performance and privacy are also a key benefit of effective IoT infrastructural management, because IoT device management, this can help organizations maintain a very strong security posture for their connected devices. This provides features such as secure device provisioning, access control, and encryption. and this reduces the risk of unauthorized access and data breaches. So data security as a key benefit helps to build trust with stakeholders. It safeguards organizational reputations and mitigates the financial and operational impact of security incidents or data breaches. So let's look at real-time analytics and decision-making. Real-time analytics and decision-making are critical components of effective IoT infrastructure management because they enable organizations to harness the wealth of data generated by connected devices. So by leveraging data analytics capabilities, organizations can gain actionable insights. They can improve their operational efficiency. It can help them enhance customer experience and drive innovation. So these insights can drive informed decision-making and even process improvements and innovative product development. So in overall, effective IoT infrastructure management empowers organizations, to unlock the full potential of IoT technologies. Customer experience and helps them to also stay competitive in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. Now, let's look at the challenges in managing IoT infrastructure. First of all, let's look at IoT security as a challenge. IoT security is a significant challenge in managing IoT infrastructure due to the sheer number of connected devices. Each device represents a potential entry point for cyber attacks. So ensuring robust security is crucial in order to protect against cyber attacks and safeguard sensitive and critical infrastructure. Let's take, for example, IoT security breaches. An issue that happened in the past, the mirror botnet attack. This occurred in 2016, where compromised devices were used to launch a massive DDoS. DDoS is it means distributed and denial of service. So they used it to attack against internet infrastructure and services, and thereby causes a very wide spread service disruptions and outages then. So this very incident has served as a stark reminder of the potential consequence of inadequate IoT security measures. And so we must ensure a robust security for IoT infrastructure. Let's look at device compatibility. Device compatibility is also a very great challenge in managing IoT infrastructure, due to diverse range of devices available from different platforms and supplies. Ensuring a seamless operation across these different devices has become, great challenge. So let's say suppose a homeowner wants to automate his home by using a smart thermostat to, adjust temperature based on motion sensors. Maybe he wants to activate a security camera. However, due to compatibility between the devices, issues may arise. So, and failure to address these devices' compatibility issues compatibility issues can lead to, fragmented ecosystems, limited functionality, and suboptimal user experience in IoT deployment. Let's look at bandwidth strain as one of the great challenges in managing IoT infrastructure. As more devices connect to the network, bandwidth demands increase. Yes, of course. So managing data flow efficiently becomes very critical. Let's say, for example, a traffic camera. We all are used to traffic camera. IoT devices like traffic camera, these can continuously stream high video feeds, and environmental sensors, they collect this data. So now the influence of these data, they places a strain on the city network infrastructure, and thereby causing bandwidth congestion. So when it's too much, it causes bandwidth congestion, latency, and even reduced its performance. So this can impact the effectiveness of critical services like the traffic management system or emergency response capability. So bandwidth strain is also a challenge. Let's look at end user challenge. Educating end users about IoT security, privacy, and proper device usage is very essential because many users may not be aware of the potential risk. So without proper awareness of IoT security best practices, users may unknowingly expose their personal data, live videos, video feeds, and even privacy sensitive information to malicious attacks, and thereby putting their security and privacy at risk. So educating end are very important because end user is also a great challenge for IoT infrastructure. Let's look at life cycle management. Life cycle management involves managing the entire lifespan of IoT devices, from deployment and maintenance even to replacement. So let's take example, a fleet management company that utilizes IoT devices such as GPS trackers, vehicle sensors to monitor and manage their vehicles. Over time, as the company fleets expand and technology evolves, older IoT devices may become obsolete and incompatible with the newer systems and applications. So if there is no proper life cycle management system in place, they may experience disruptions in their operations. So let's look at complexity of updates and patches. Keeping IoT devices up to date with firmware updates and security patches is very critical for maintaining their performance and addressing vulnerabilities. So failure to apply updates, continuous updates and patches in a timely manner can leave IoT devices susceptible to exploitation by malicious attacks. So leading to it can also lead to security breaches. It can lead to data losses and even system compromises. Therefore, organizations need efficient processes and tools to ensure a timely and secure update while minimizing disruptions. Now, to address these challenges that have been mentioned from IoT security, device compatibility, bandwidth strain, end user challenges, lifecycle management, complexity of updates and patches. To address all these, you need both an automated sensor monitoring and management solution. And also, you're also going to need a cyber security solution. So that brings us to a ZMAT solution, which is a Zoracom solution for managing IoT infrastructure. Let's get to know what ZMAT is. ZMAT is a Zoracom solution, is an automated sensor monitoring and management solution for complex interconnected systems, controllers, robotics, oil rings platforms, industrial IoT for smart homes and for smart cities. So let's get to know, where can this ZMAT be deployed? Where can it be deployed? Where can it be used? So as you can see, it can be deployed in retailers, enterprise industry, facility management companies that uses access system, video cameras, facility technology. It can also be deployed in transport companies, like the railway, you see the buses and all public transportation. It can also be deployed in car park operators. Car park operators can make use of it in smart cities, smart homes, utility companies, even in police security, police that uses body cam. So in all these industries are where ZMAT can be deployed. Now let's get to know the values that ZMAT offers. Okay. Now, automated sensor monitoring and management solution for complex interconnected systems. ZMAT can offer you this. It can help you monitor your entire infrastructure for seamless operation. Now, this very ZMAT solution creates interactive graphic visualization for your entire network and service performance, offering complete transparency, and it can also simplify your complex networks. Like I said earlier, complexity of your network, it can be an issue for managing IoT infrastructure. So ZMAT can help you simplify the complex network. ZMAT can empower your business with technology for a seamless, efficient, and thriving connected world. ZMAT can provide visibility control on your entire business process automation. ZMAT offers a consolidated and automated view of your entire IoT infrastructure. No matter how large your entire IoT infrastructure is, ZMAT can manage the entire system. And these include your IT networks, the services, and cybersecurity management. So it can help you automate it. It can help you secure communications with IoT devices. It makes them reachable, and it provides plausible data. It can automate your IoT device policy and vulnerability checks. The ZMAT solution can track and reverse changes on your IoT device. It can provide security and access monitoring, intrusion detection, and accessible metering indicators for devices. Now, for the security aspect of your infrastructure, we have a solution for that can cover the security aspects. We have the Fortress solution. Let's get to know what Fortress is. Quickly, the Fortress is a unified cybersecurity operational resilience solution that ensures the safety and privacy of your critical data and integrity and availability. So for you to ensure that your infrastructure are well secured, you need Fortress to help you safeguard your infrastructure, safeguard your data, and safeguard everything that has to do with your IoT infrastructure. Now, what are the values of Fortress? Fortress can help you identify non-invasive vulnerabilities in your organization's entire system. It tracks changes and automates reinforcement towards unauthorized access. Fortress proactively identifies threats to mitigate impact. It automates threat handling and reporting. It secures your database and helps your organization maintain a very strong, resilient security posture. So as a robust solution, Fortress securely monitors, analyzes. It can help you investigate. It can help you respond and protect all your critical digital infrastructure. Infrastructure for banks, fintechs, for payment services provider. It can help you protect all of those. So Fortress works 24/7. Our SOCAs, they work 24/7 in order to protect all your infrastructure. So if you need your entire infrastructure to work, seamlessly, you need the ZMAT solution to monitor your entire system, and you also need Fortress to protect your entire infrastructural system. So quickly, in summary, managing IoT infrastructure entails addressing a somewhat variety of challenges that was mentioned earlier, including security, scalability, infrastructural monitoring, and management. So by employing a robust technological solutions, such as the ZMAT and the Fortress solution, it will help you proactively manage your entire system. And thereby, your organization will effectively navigate these challenges that was mentioned. And you will be able to fully leverage the potentials of your IoT infrastructure. And of course, there's going to be a business benefit from these solutions. So thank you very much. I'll be taking questions and contributions from here.
Thank you so much, Madam Philomena, for that wonderful and insightful presentation. Okay, so Now it's time for our questions. And if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat box or you can signify by raising up your hand. Okay, so we have the first question. What maintenance strategies can be implemented to ensure IoT device longevity?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Okay, you actually need to, for maintenance strategies, you need to deploy a proactive infrastructure device tools, not just a device tools, but a tools that has features such as proactive monitoring, remote management, and also a device that has an automated update capability. So you can deploy a proactive monitoring tool, such as the ZMAT solution that was mentioned earlier, in order for you to continuously monitor your device's health and performance. So this same ZMAT solution can also has an automated update capability for maintaining the performance of your infrastructure, for addressing vulnerability and minimizing disruption. So with this strategy in place, you can be able to ensure your IoT device longevity. Thank you. I hope that's answered.
Thank you very much. That should answer the question. Yeah, thank you very much for that answer, Anna Philomena. Okay, so are there any more questions? You can drop it in the chat box. Okay, we have one more question. What are the main obstacles to scaling IoT solutions and how can they be overcome?
Okay, obstacles. Thank you very much for that. Scaling IoT solutions presents so many obstacles, from infrastructure limitations to data overload, to even management complexity. So, you know, as the number of devices grows, managing them can become more complex. But then these obstacles can be well managed with the solution that was mentioned earlier, which is the ZMAT. It will help you manage scalability by providing the necessary computational power and storage. Furthermore, the ZMAT automated device tools will help in the device management, monitoring, and update in order to simplify the complex processes. So with this, you'll be able to manage these obstacles that was mentioned, which is the infrastructural limitations, data overload, to management complexity.
All right, thank you very much for that answer. I hope that answers your question. That's from Mr. Bola. Okay, so we have one more from Mr. Kano. Do you have any prepared simulation to give a conviction on how it can work real time in the oil and gas industry?
Yes, we have our automated lab where we can showcase the customer how the ZMAT works. We have some sensors that we can demonstrate depending on the KPI the customer wants to see. So it depends on what we want to see. We have our lab that we can prepare that for the person.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. And to add to that, at the end of this session, you can drop your contact so our customer support team can be able to reach out to you and give you more details regarding that. Thank you very much. Mr. Emeka, over to you.
All right, thank you very much for that answer. Thank you, Mr. Lucky, for the input. Okay, so Mr. Kano, you can drop your email or your phone numbers so we can get in touch with you. All right, so are there any more questions? If there are no more questions, then this brings us to the end of today's webinar session.